Welcome everybody to the Prolonged Engagement Show. This is episode 31.
Oh, if you guys only able to
As
listen to what we talked about right before.
always, you're here with the greatest two people to ever come out of the prolongedengagement.com, Kyle
And Sarah.
You can find us on Facebook. I'm at Kyle Deerking.
And I'm at Sarah Deerking. Should we spell that?
No. Because we actually have things on Facebook, right? You can actually type in
I don't.
Facebook.com
I don't.
slash. Yeah.
I don't.
We should figure this out. I know that I'm Facebook.com/SoundOverlord. We'll find yours out.
Just look up Sarah Deerking, Dierking.
You may not want to do that. You know what? Fuck that. Don't find us on Facebook. Only go to Facebook.com/theprolongedengagement. There we go. That's what we'll do. Know what you can do, though? You can go to theprolongedengagement.com. We have social buttons. You can just click on all them. That works, too.
Yeah.
If you go there, you can also click that YouTube button, and it takes you straight to youtube.com/theprolongedengagement show. You can click that Get It on iTunes, and it'll take you straight to that podcast app if you're on an iPhone. Take you to iTunes otherwise. Freaking awesome.
You know what they also need to do?
What?
When they get to YouTube, make sure
Hit
they
that
like
subscribe
that
button.
subscribe button. Can you put a thingy right here so that they can subscribe? No? Yes?
No, hit the button that's right over here.
Oh, right there.
There's a button that's like right below here. No.
It's at your crotch.
What side would it be on?
Is it mine? Or here?
Oh, no, it's over here. It's right below me.
We're honestly pointing at random
I like
areas
how half
on
of
this.
my face is shadow because I don't have proper lighting in here.
We need to buy proper lighting,
I was thinking about it.
but we're poor.
Yeah, we definitely are. You know, I only have this because
We have money for rent. Rent and food.
the only reason I have this
It's
is
'cause you
because it's
bought it
been years
before.
and years of accumulating stuff.
Yeah.
So.
But
And then when you were like, "Hey, we should do YouTube," I'm like, "Oh my god, I got
Oh
all the shit to do it."
oh my god.
So
This is such a good idea.
yeah, and plus I was all like, "Podcasting, yeah, that's where it's at."
No.
Now we're focusing on this video shit. I don't know what that's all about.
You were all about the podcast that no one watched. We got
No one can watch podcasts unless you stare. Unless you stare and watch the. Watch the little. Cue. You can watch the little cue go.
I'm gonna blow this out if I do that again.
Yeah, you are, and then the microphone will break, and then
I'll cry.
No one will hear you.
I'll cry. I'm sorry. I love you, microphone. I love you.
I will find the bad microphone, and I'll beat you in the
No.
head with it, and I'll make you use it, and then you'll
sound like this all the time. It'll be awful.
I'm sorry. I love
Seriously.
you. I love you, Mr. Microphone.
Yeah.
Don't break on me. I need you.
Okay. Well, we had Sheila and Benny over. And,
Well, not just over. They flew down from Pennsylvania.
Yeah, they spent a week with us. We
Had
took them to
lots of
Universal
fun.
for 2 days.
Yeah, we did.
We ended
Poor
up spending.
Benny.
We ended up spending one night at the Cabana Bay, a beach
I
resort.
love Cabana Bay so much.
It's a fantastic little resort. It's nice.
I love it.
It's very
Especially
nice.
since it's like 60s based.
Mm-hmm.
I think I did fuck myself up.
Hmm?
Hello? Oh.
You're fine.
I'm fine.
The yeah, it's like a
60s, 70s,
like the sign out
50s.
front literally says like color TV and cold air, and it's like, oh, that's so funny. Like
And
that's
it's cute because they
that's
have
what,
all
like-
the old cars sitting out front too.
Yeah, they have
and-
old cars sitting out front. It looks like a 60s motel.
Yeah, it's nice. It's their cheapest hotel
Yeah, I think that's their cheapest one.
because you don't get express.
Yeah.
Which is
you
a
get
downside.
you get early
but
access. You get early access but
to
you don't get
Harry Potter
express.
only.
Yeah, because it nothing else was open, right?
Nothing. Everything else. No. Harry Potter opens an hour early.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, when
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
so Tuesday we were there
Tuesday and
Tuesday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
Wednesday we got the early access.
Yeah.
And we still waited in line for Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey for like an hour.
Because it broke down twice.
Because it broke down twice while we were in the line, but as it goes. But let's see, what did we do? We did Diagon Alley, of course.
Yep, and
I still
Benny.
love that place.
We got Benny on Gringotts.
3 times.
Three
we got him on
times.
Gringotts.
Which I was really surprised we even got him on the first time.
Yeah, because he doesn't do roller coasters.
Yeah. I love my cousin very much, but he is my antithesis.
Mm-hmm.
He is my complete opposite. Literally.
So, yeah, it was a miracle that we got him on there.
Yeah.
But he really just liked to... I think the reason that he wrote it because it was Harry Potter.
Yeah,
and he said that the worst part of it was that first
the first drop, which
yeah.
is my favorite.
Yeah.
I love that drop. But
I like how they say
high speed
most people would call this a high speed roller coaster ride, and I'm sitting there like, this ain't a roller coaster.
This is nowhere near a roller coaster.
No, it's not a roller coaster.
I'm sorry, it's not a coaster. It's a simulator with coaster-like elements.
Mm-hmm.
Which it drives me insane that they don't use that language because it scares people off when you say high-speed roller coaster when it's not.
It's not a roller coaster.
Oh, and we got stuck on it.
We did get stuck on it, which got us fast passes, which was really cool.
Because we got onto another ride.
Mm-hmm. So they gave us. So we got stuck on Gringotts. If any of you have ridden it,
it was the best part too, where we got stuck. I swear,
Bill,
it was the best part in the world that we got
Bill's
stuck on.
about to move you, and so he says he's supposed to say Wingardium Leviosa, and then you're supposed to move on to the next part.
Next scene.
To the next scene. He goes, I'll get you out of here. Wingardium Leviosa. And it just stopped.
And
Everything
he
went
stopped.
black. Lights popped on, and we were like, oh, all right. Well. We sat there for what? Somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes.
No, it was closer to 20. We were sitting in there for 20 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at my phone, remember?
We were not in there for 20 minutes.
Yeah, we were.
No, we were
It didn't
not.
feel like it.
We were not in there for 20 minutes.
I swore we
I
were.
said it was between 5 and 10. That was it.
I swore it was longer, but okay.
It wasn't. And
But it was so much fun because...
But when we got off, they were like, "Oh, well, make sure that you grab your
an express pass.
Yeah, we're giving you express passes so that you can come back."
Mm-hmm.
Like, "Oh, all right." So they give us
Honestly.
So it was 4 of us. It was me, you, Shill, and Ben. And so
These
we
two
all get
wonderful
we get 4 of
women
those.
behind us.
There's 3 women behind us.
Yeah.
Who are from Ireland, right?
Ireland.
And they had already bought the express
Yeah.
for the day. So they didn't actually need those express passes.
So they
And so
gave them ours.
they said, "Hey, do you want these?" We said, "Of course we do." She's fine. And we're like, "Of course we do." And then I look at them and I thought that they were just for Gringotts, and
but
they
can't be.
weren't. And they weren't. Because they're like
They're onesies.
Yeah. So it was actually valid. You could
For
have ridden Gringotts,
any of the
Forbidden
other rides.
Journey, Transformers, or
Despicable Me.
Me, which is
What
the
we
ones
ended
that
up
they
using
had
it for.
explicitly listed. But really, you could have ridden any of the rides.
Yep.
Oh, it said it was not valid on Pterodon Flyers. Was the only one it was not valid
Which is
on.
so stupid.
Because I don't think there is an express.
There's not an express for Pterodon.
Yeah.
Because it's a kiddie coaster.
Right. It's a kitty thing.
It's a kid's ride. So they don't actually have it, and yet it will get up to an hour's wait, which I don't understand.
It's like the only kids ride there. So I can
Have you ever been to
that.
Sue's Landing?
Okay, yeah, but it's the only cool kids ride there.
Thank you. You needed to specify
It's
that.
not
You
one,
honestly
okay,
needed
it's not
to.
one fish, 2 fish. Which is just,
It's not carousel.
one fish, 2 fish, up.
Up.
Okay, and it's
One
not a
fish, 2
freaking
fish,
carousel,
down, down.
and it's not,
Cat in the
some,
Hat.
it's not
It's
Cat in
not
the
high
Hat.
in the sky.
Yeah. It's
Alpha.
really, it's really, really high up, and she's fine. Leave her alone. It's really high up,
don't
and then you
trust
get
her.
to see all of Jurassic Park, and it's really cool. I really like. I've only ridden on that one time.
I've never been on it, babe.
Because
Come on.
when we went in 5th grade, I was actually short enough.
Yeah, I wasn't. Come on, babe. Come on. Up.
But
Come on. Come on. She's trying to get up on the thing. Come on.
so and since we had 7 fast passes, your parents came later on that night.
Yep.
Your mother's never ridden Despicable Me, so we all got on Despicable Me, which what had the longest line.
It had over a 90-minute wait.
That thing never got below 90 minutes throughout the day, and I think we saw it. There was a ton of times where it was at 120.
Which I'm guessing is because of the Minions movie. That would be my only guess,
That
but I don't
that would have
understand
been
why.
my only guess because the Minions movie was coming out, which is crap, by the way.
Mhm.
I did not like it at all. Went to go see that Minions movie. It was bad.
Do not waste your time.
It's not Despicable Me, and it's definitely
It's
not
not
Despicable Me
Gru.
2.
There's no Gru only shows up at the very, very end
The things that I liked about Despicable Me were the girls and Gru.
and getting to know
And
those characters.
Neither of them are in that movie.
Gru's in it at
only-
the very friggin' end.
It's only about the Minions, and when the Minions don't talk,
English.
they can't communicate, and it's not like they give them subtitles or anything to where you understand exactly what they're saying. You know, it's just like, this is like a straight up kids movie. Like,
It's one
like,
of those movies
but
that you put on in the back of your
Barney
van.
Goes to Town. It's literally one of those movies that you put on in the back of your van while your kids are going, I mean, that's what
shut them up.
Minions is. It's not a Pixar film.
No.
You
It's
know.
nothing emotional. I honestly missed a bunch of it because I got sick to my stomach and ran to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
I came back and didn't miss any of the story.
Yeah, and I told you what you would miss,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh. Then.
I was like, that doesn't matter to me.
It ended in a Deus Ex Machina, and I was like, oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Everything ended
It was really
happy.
not a good movie.
And I was like, no.
It was cute. I
It's
was like,
cute. If you have little
glad
ones,
I
go
went.
see it.
I would have red boxed it. I would have been fine with
Yeah,
me.
that would have been fine with a
but-
red box.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we did that. I'm going to tattle on my cousin because he is my antithesis.
Well, you had taken him on every single
Because
high velocity ride.
I am that type of
that you had
person
gotten him on.
who, if I think you're going to like something, I'm going to have you go on it. Sorry. So I honestly,
we get on Despicable Me, and he freaks out.
he has a full-blown panic attack and embarrasses me in front of everybody.
Well, and then so here we go. So there is a thing that where, you know, there's a part that doesn't move.
Yeah.
And so he said, I'm going to the part that doesn't move. And I'm like, that dude's going to get sick.
He ended
up
up
there.
getting sick.
And he ended up getting sick. And I was like, if you would have sat with us, you wouldn't have gotten sick. But anyway,
Yeah.
he was just sitting there going like, I don't like it when things move like that. And I'm like, oh, man, buddy.
Yeah. And then we kept making fun of him the rest of the time because his two favorite rides at Universal are
E.T. and Men in Black.
no,
What?
E.T. and Shrek.
Oh. Shrek is the worst. Shrek is
Literally-
the absolute worst.
Literally, I know a couple of
When
the
you're
viewers
on-
like
When
Chris.
you're on Shrek and you sit there and you get on that damn horse and your seat literally goes kaboom, kaboom, kaboom.
And I'm
Especially
sitting there
now
and I'm going,
because since it's
I'm
like,
gonna throw
oh my god,
up.
it's so old now that, you know.
Please, because I know I have a friend who works at Shrek,
Mm-hmm.
Chris, and honestly, awesome, nice guy. And I've told him before, I'm like, I will not come ride that ride because it makes me sick.
It's
Because
really
it gets to the horse where I'm sitting like this and it's pushing me like this and it's not matching up with the screen because you're watching in third person suddenly.
bad.
You're no longer first person in the watching this.
Yeah.
So
It would be better if you were in first person.
it would be
with
fine
that-
if you're in
that
first
sort of
person,
movement.
but it throws you off because you're in
It's a
third.
4D.
all of a
It's a
sudden.
4D movie experience, which is
Yeah, but
it's not a simulator.
It doesn't work as well.
I just don't like 4D movie experiences.
It's hard. It's tough to be a bug. It's a fantastic 4D experience.
Oh well, yeah, but I'm talking about like Shrek is more the corny type, like
Yes.
the 4D experiences that you get at
Like
you
at
know,
a
like at a museum. you know,
I was gonna say because what museum were we at
like
where
a
it was
Ripley's
Ice
Believe
Age?
It or Not.
It was Ice Age.
Yeah, it was some museum.
I want to say it was the Chicago one,
Mm-hmm.
the Chicago Aquarium,
Yeah.
and it was exactly Shrek.
Mm-hmm.
Same movements, same times when water came out,
Mm-hmm.
same time sense. Everything was exactly the same.
But it's tough to beat a bug is a whole different experience
And
there.
that was
because you're in those
fantastic.
benches, and then they have these things where they have that moving thing under your butt to where they
oh, that made
when
me
they say,
cry.
"Oh, will you
please stay seated when
please
the
stay
bugs
beated
leave."
until the beetles leave." They say beetles leave, and then they're
Beetles?
like, "Excuse me," and then you feel things under your butt, and,
And
it's
you
like, "Ah!"
cry. I sat there and cried the first
And
time.
you also have the point where when the grasshoppers come, right?
No,
and those-
spiders.
Um,
It's spiders.
when they stab you in the back.
No, that's hornets.
Something stabs you in the back.
Something
that gets
stabs
me
you in the
every
back,
time.
and that's the hornets.
Oh man, that gets
And then
me
you
every time.
have the they blow on your legs,
Mhm.
and that's spiders.
Yeah.
And I cried then. I cried with the beetles.
They also have
don't-
sounds underneath
yes.
near your feet.
Oh my god, it's
and
the
it's
worst.
totally dark near your feet, so you actually think that
Oh,
something's down there.
yes.
Oh, it's so creepy.
But
That
they
is
do it
such
so well.
a good. Yeah, that's really good. If you don't know what we're talking about, it's Tough to Be a Bug is at Disney's Animal Kingdom.
You would never.
See what they've. This is what you've gotten us into. We're talking about theme parks again.
But yeah, like I can't do Shrek. I'm okay with. I can deal with Minions because they've actually.
I love the Minions.
I love
ride.
Minions because they've actually synced up.
I really think out of
They went back to like Hanna-Barbera age with that. I feel like with the movement, where it was smoother, and it wasn't as jerky, and it matches your screen.
it went from Hanna-Barbera then to Nicktoons then
To
Despicable
Nicktoons,
Me,
Despicable Me.
right? Okay, so I've only been on 2 of them.
Yeah,
So
I've been on Hanna-Barbera,
as
and that was my favorite.
well. I think that Hanna-Barbera may have a nostalgia factor for you because I think that Despicable Me is actually the better one.
It's probably better, but due to the memory that I have of
Mhm.
Hanna-Barbera,
like you'll always think that Back to the Future was better than Simpsons.
it was better. It was.
Just like I'll always think that the 2009 Bill and Ted show was the best.
We probably will,
Uh-huh.
because that was our first one.
Yeah.
Because
So,
you
I mean,
never forget
there's-
your first.
You never forget your first. So I think that but I really do think Despicable Me is definitely better than Jimmy
It
Neutron.
probably is. Jimmy Neutron was horrible.
Yeah. And pretty much because Jimmy Neutron had that stupid
chicken dance.
chicken dance thing in it, which was just awful.
Which I thought honestly could have caused major injury to people.
Yeah, that was not good.
It was not cool what they did with that ride.
Nope.
They didn't thoroughly think it through, I feel like. But I liked it. It was okay.
It was cute.
And then
I liked it because it went through all the different Nicktoons. So
yes.
you had the Rugrats in there. and
Rugrats,
things
Jimmy
like that,
Neutron,
Jimmy
SpongeBob,
Neutron.
all those characters.
When it got to the point, where Nickelodeon had killed off all of those shows, I think Danny Phantom was in it, right? Was Danny Phantom in it?
in the later installment.
So I know that SpongeBob was in it.
There were 2 videos to that one. They had an earlier video and a later video. Because the earlier video still had some Hanna-Barbera characters in it. Like Yogi Bear, Jetsons, and Flintstones.
All I remember is that I loved the Rugrats part of it. That was
And
my favorite part.
the later part of
Rugrats.
it had Danny Phantom and a couple of the newer Nicktoons.
Teenage Robot?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It had it. I remember that it went through a change because it shut down for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
And we all thought, oh, it's gone. Jimmy Neutron's finally gone. No, they changed out the film
Mm-hmm.
and put in new Nicktoons, which
Yeah.
a lot of fans were pissed off about.
Yeah, you're right.
But
Still
I
not as
enjoyed
good
it.
as Despicable Me. Despicable Me is fantastic. It's a really good ride.
I still like Hanna-Barbera.
Okay.
And
I'm just telling you that
I know, it's probably
may be
better.
a nostalgia factor.
it's probably nostalgia because Hanna-Barbera had Scooby-Doo, Flintstones, Jetsons.
But we got Benny on Forbidden Journey, which
Forbidden
he
Journey?
said that he'll never ride again
Because it throws you backwards.
because it throws you backwards, and then I guess he didn't like that it felt like you were flying through the Quidditch pitch and things
which
like
you're
that. And
supposed to
he was
feel.
literally screaming the whole time. But
Literally, like, It was
think that-
Kyle, me, Benny,
I think that if we
Chilla.
would have gotten him on Despicable Me first, like
He
the
would've
first
been
thing in the
okay.
day, it would have been fine. But I think that because we put him on that, then we got him on then we got him on Transformers,
Yeah.
and he didn't like that.
He
was trying to get out of
fine
that.
with Transformers.
I think that we ruined him by taking him on Forbidden Journey first.
Yes. But he did okay.
I think he would have been totally fine the whole
He
day if
would've
we hadn't have put
loved-
him on Forbidden Journey. I think
Yeah.
that got
Set
him
it up.
really bad. They got him really bad, and so he was like antsy the whole rest of the day.
Literally.
I think that was the problem.
Literally, he's sitting next to me going, "Ah! Ah! Ah!" That is literally him the entire ride.
It was pretty bad.
And I'm sitting next to him going,
But he did good. So
he did good. Like, I wasn't mad. But, like, it's
and
ridiculous.
and then him and Sheila, they ended up buying half of Harry Potter Land
Yep.
again. So. As it was. But the thing that I was really impressed with this time around that is not Universal related
No.
was actually that
The
damn
Lakeridge
winery. So
Which
there's a
I wanna
winery in
talk-
Claremont called Lakeridge Winery.
It's good. It's actually good.
Yeah. Well, we've been there lots of times
Oh,
for
yeah.
festivals, right?
Yep. Like the Grape Festival and a couple
Mhm.
other ones. I want
So
my
during all
dog.
these festivals, they have
Can
wine
I have her?
tastings. No,
Or is she just comfy?
she's comfy. So they have these wine tastings throughout, and they're because it's a muscadine grape. right? Muscadine grapes
Are
produce-
sweet.
produce sweet wine. So
I'm
we've
not
always
into
tried
it.
their sweet wine. So we went on the tour. We've never gone on the tour there though, right?
Yeah, we've never been on the tour
Yeah, we've just done the tastings that they do during the
during the thingy Madooker.
um
And so they always have you taste like the Southern Red and their Southern White, which is like drinking pure sugar.
oh yeah, they're pretty bad as far as sweet wines go.
Their Sun Blush is like the worst.
Oh my god, it's too sweet. And there's some sweets that I can do, but just no way.
Like the Proprietor's Reserve,
The Proprietor's Reserve, that's a good sweet wine.
which we ended up
ended up buying
buying.
and bringing on. But there was and I didn't even know that they had a dry red until they're like, "Oh, we're going to start with the dries and then we're going to go to sweets." I'm like, "Dries? I've never even seen a dry here."
I was like, they have a dry?
so they pulled out this Cuvée Noir is what they called
Yeah.
it. And it's a really nice dry red wine.
Muscadine
And yeah,
dry.
and I was like,
this is really good.
yeah, we were really like,
We were floored.
yeah, we were floored with how good it was. Because we just were not expecting
Nope.
a dry red wine from Lakeridge. And
We were expecting it to be very sweet and having basically be pouring out our glass every
yeah,
time.
and go figure, we tried it and it was great, and we ended up buying a bottle, bringing it home.
But it's good. Like,
Yeah.
and their tour's really cute.
The tour is cute, yeah.
Because it's not a big winery like you see sometimes. It's a smaller winery.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me.
Sexy.
Yes, I am. And, God, I lost my train of thought. It's a smaller, and they do everything in house.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing they don't fully do in house is grow the grapes. They have to get some from other places.
Yeah, they do a lot of the
They do a lot of growing there, but
they can't
When-
produce
but they
all
can't
of
produce
the
enough
wine. Yeah,
anymore.
they can't produce enough. They have other vineyards around that ship the grapes.
Yeah.
in
but
that are
they're from basically
but they're
Florida.
all from the Central Florida area.
Yeah, which is
nice.
wonderful.
Yeah.
And it's different. It's not what you're
I
expecting.
did like the guy that was there who remember the outside
Oh my God.
she goes like, "Oh, most of our fermenting things are inside.
Are
we have a bunch of
encased, and
we have
they're encased in a special skin that keeps them a cool temperature all year round, because here in
that's
Florida
what
we can get very hot.
and that's what she said for the ones
That's-
inside." And then so outside there's these huge, like really, really tall, they're not called cisterns, right?
That's the exact name.
Barrels or whatever, but
No,
they're not.
it's cisterns. It's not barrels.
Anyway, well,
They don't use barrels because the barrels give it
I
a
think that
different flavor.
I thought the cistern was. I guess that's for liquid, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. I'm gonna call it a cistern.
Can
So they
I
had
do her
like
voice?
6 of these big cisterns
That's how
out
she
there,
sounded too.
and they were they're made out of the same aluminum shit that they had inside.
They're made out of steel.
Mm-hmm.
They're made out of steel, and we put a special
stainless
coat.
steel. That's right.
We put a coat around them to keep them a nice cool degree all year round in the Florida weather. And then, but the ones outside have a special coating on them to make sure that even in the direct summer sun of Florida, that they stay cool. She says this flat out.
Yeah, so she said flat out, she's like, "Oh, you see that these cisterns, they're made out of the same stainless steel, but they actually have a special cooling coating around them that keeps them at a cool, constant 68 degrees or whatever it was.
It was 60s. I was going to say 78 degrees.
That's
really hot.
It was 70. It was 70 or 60, something like that.
70 or 69 degrees.
And this guy comes up to him and been like, "Why don't you have them inside?"
We ran out of room.
And they're like, she's like,
this was her little. No. I'm doing it. I'm her. Okay, you ready?
She said they're too big.
They're too big, and we ran out of room inside.
Yeah. And he was like, "Well, couldn't you have just built a structure around them?" She was like,
"They're fine out here as they are.
They're fine out here. They, like I said,
they work just the same as the ones."
And the guy
on
wouldn't
the
let her
inside.
alone. He goes, "Yeah, but you could still like, build something around them." And it's like,
well, if we ever needed to, we will.
I was like
that's how
buddy,
she ended it. She was so annoyed.
But I was like, "Buddy, leave it alone. She already said it's perfectly fine. You're trying this wine. You think it's great? Well, guess what? They came out of those damn cisterns. Shut the fuck up." That was my thing, but
Yeah.
at any rate.
They ended up not buying any, which made me mad.
Did they not really?
They didn't buy any. They just left after the tasting. I was like,
Dicks.
rude.
Dicks. Anyway.
The tour's free, and so is the wine tasting. I was like, at least you can do is buy a $10 bottle of wine, because that's all it is.
Yeah. Really cheap.
That's all it was. It's cheap, good wine.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So I was like, you can buy, and not just that. He was from DC, so I know he's making the big bucks. Because I ended up talking to him, trying to be nice, and he goes, "No, we live in DC."
Mm-hmm.
They didn't live outside of DC. They live in DC. So I sat there. I was like, I know you're making the big bucks. You can
Whatever.
pay for a $10 bottle of wine.
Whatever. At any rate. Okay.
Drives me nuts.
Well, this was episode 31 of the Prolonged Engagement Show. My name's Kyle.
And I'm Sarah.
And you can follow the show on Facebook at The Prolonged Engagement. Go to theprolongedengagement.com for all our audio and video. And you can, while you're there, you can click that YouTube button or that iTunes button. You can find us on YouTube at youtube.com/The Prolonged Engagement Show. And when you're there, you can like our videos. You can subscribe. You can even tell your friends. All right, guys. Well, we're done for the week.
Don't forget to comment.
Comment.
Please. Comment, like,
Subscribe.
Do
all that good stuff.
We
Send
still
us
don't-
some love.
We still don't have what you guys wanted us to do for 10 subscribers.
And next week,
And
we'll
Kyle's
do
going to
this-
cut it off.
Huh?
I said Kyle's going to cut off the 10 subscriber thing if you guys want us to do anything. So please comment down below because Kyle said otherwise
And
going to cut it
then,
off.
so next week, we'll do this during the day so that half of my face isn't cut off. That would be cool.
Yawn.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Elfie says bye too.